Hello my dear students, as I have explained you this chapter in the live session, but still as you need one of the summary from this chapter. So let me start the chapter number 8, Silk Road, written by Nick Middleton, as we have discussed already. The narrator have given his own story in this chapter. This one is an autobiography. How? What he has explained in this chapter. So let me tell you about the road first. Why the title is Silk Road. Whatever the road they have chosen, the author wanted to do Kora. Where he wanted to do Kora? Mount Kailas. There he wanted to do Kora. What is the meaning of Kora? Already I have informed you. Kora is just take a round around the whole mountain is called Kora. Around the mountain, one round if you are taking, that means you did a Kora. Okay. So Nick Middleton wanted to do that thing. But now he is searching someone to complete that journey and he wants companion. So here we are having some places, characters also. Which places we are having? 3 places as I have discussed you into the live session also. Rahu, Hor and Darchan. 3 places where and when they are reaching there. I will explain you soon in this chapter. The characters we are having: Saturn, the driver, Daniel, narrator's friend, and narrator himself, Nick Middleton. And at the end we are having the character Norman. Okay. So these are the characters in which our whole story has been covered. Now the author has started the journey finally. The author has hired one of the driver and name is Saturn. Saturn was hired by Nick Middleton to do Mount Kailas Kora. So Saturn has brought the car, they have started their journey and finally they have left the place Rahu. They have just farewell to Rahu. So Saturn, Daniel and narrator have started their journey from Rahu. Okay. So as they have started, Saturn has thought and Saturn has taken some other direction. He just moved to the south east, something direction was there. Just because he has chosen the shortcut to Mount Kailas. Okay. He wanted to do this journey very fast and that's why he has chosen the shortcut way. So finally on that way they have gone. After some time they were started to face some problems. As I have told you, they are moving on to the mountain Silk Road. Silk Road is the way on that time when the people were using that road as transportation, as they are transport the goods from one place to another. And the most important thing at that time is silk. Silk was transported to the another places too much at that time. The craze of the silk was too much on that time in that road and that's why the name of that road has been given the Silk Road. So on that way they have started their journey, they have gone on that way and after that they have just start to feel problems. But before that, as they have started, they enjoyed natural scene. In morning they have seen that the area, the vast area they have seen. In that grassy area they have seen many of the animals also. Antelopes, sheep, Tibetan Mastiff, dogs as I have told you. Okay, so many of the animals they have seen on the way. As they have go further on the road, they have seen the nomads also. One of the tribe, which one lives in the mountain. So they have seen the nomads also over there. So narrator was literally very happy to see this natural scene. As they have seen the first time this beauty and narrator Nick Middleton was literally very near to the nature. Okay, he loves nature very much. As they have moved on, the altitude was increased. As I have told you again and again, they are noticing the altitude. So the first time they have noticed the altitude, it is nearby 5210 meters. So after that the narrator was started to get problem, even breathing problem he has faced. And even on the road they have faced is totally covered with snow. A rocky road was there, the stones were there, bumpy road. So that's why the Saturn was even faced a problem to drive a car. So now what to do to drive smoothly on the road? So Saturn has thrown some dust onto the road and they are going forward onto the road. Finally they have started the journey again. So now one of the place came where they have seen again the very vast area, open area, where they have seen the biggest dog of the world, Tibetan Mastiff, as I have explained you into the live session. Tibetan Mastiff, the dogs which dogs were very expensive into the whole world. The most expensive dog into the world, and their height was too much. Their jaws are large. Even in ancient times, kings are used to that dog as a guard, just because of their quality, just because of that height, body and weight. Okay. So just because of that, Tibetan Mastiff dog were very famous in Tibet. On that road, whatever the vehicles passed away on that road, as the narrator also passed from that way, Tibetan Mastiff dogs were chasing all the cars. All the cars they are chasing. So they have seen that the dog is literally very massive body they are having, and finally at that place they are reached to Hor. Okay, so Hor, as they have nearby the Hor, Daniel wanted to leave that place. Daniel wanted to go somewhere from the Hor. So Daniel has taken the lift from the truck, okay, and he was moving apart from the Hor. So Saturn and narrator have farewell to Daniel, just because Daniel was leaving the place now. Daniel was not continue with this journey, as he was how to go somewhere else. So now Daniel was moving apart. So Saturn has just checked the car, just because of the altitude and height. The narrator also got the problem to breathe in. So narrator has taken some rest over there. One of the restaurant was there, one of the cafe was there. So narrator have just take a seat into one of the cafe and he has just ordered one of the cup of tea. Till then Saturn was just checking the car. Many of the puncture was there into the tire. So Saturn was just doing that all the stuff with the car. Till then narrator was just taking relax into the cafe and had a cup of tea. During that time, the Saturn have noticed that many of the problems they will face when they are going more and more heighted place, as they will have to move forward. So now they have left the war and finally they have left, and author will get headache. Even author means narrator was getting the eye pressure. I already informed you into the live session that as you are moving ahead, as you are moving on to the high altitude, obviously you will feel the pressure in your ear. Just because of that, narrator also felt the same. He was just getting pain in his ear. He was just facing problem of breathing. Okay, so they have started to take a rest in Darchen. They have reached the Darchen by much effort. So at the Darchen in the morning, Saturn was taking narrator to one of the hospital. Let's move to the hospital, you will be feel good. So as they moving into the hospital, one of the doctor, Tibetan doctor was there, and the hospital was little bit looks like a monk. Okay, so one of the doctor was there and doctor has given such of the tablets to the narrator. Narrator have taken that tablets. After that he felt very good, and then finally that narrator was feeling literally very good. So in the morning, after feeling good, he was again moving to one of the cafe where he was sitting over there. He had ordered one of the cup of tea where he was just thinking about. See, Darchen is the place where he has seen many of the things. Like see, great shops were there, grocery shops were there, shopping stalls were there. So many of the things. So narrator has asked to the local people that is there anyone that on that time when the narrator have visited Darchan. At that time, narrator has not seen any of the traveler in that place, Darchan. So narrator have asked the local people that there's no one people to do Kora. So local people have informed that right now no one is there to do Kora. So here narrator was feeling little bit sad that to do Kora I need some companion, I need one of the company. If more people are there, journey would be enjoyable or cheerful. So narrator was little bit sad that none of the person is there to complete the Kora with me. So at that time he was sitting in one of the cafe, he has ordered a cup of tea and he was just reading the novels. As he has getting the book, he was taking the books with him also to do time pass. So he was reading novels, he has ordered one of the cup of tea, and after that the one person came named Norbu. Now the character came into the story is Norbu. Norbu is looking like a Chinese person, but he is actually Tibetan. So he was sitting nearby the author, nearby the narrator, and he has asked the question what you are reading, and they had started the conversation normally. So narrator have asked that why are you coming here? So he said that I am the professor, I am on my field work, I am doing job in one of the institute, and there he has just given lectures. Just because of field work he is coming to Darchan and he wanted to do Mount Kailas Kora. So as he has given this information to the narrator, narrator felt very happy that one of the person I have got, that he wanted to do Kora. Okay, so narrator somewhere he also told to the Norbu that I am also here to do Kora. Okay, so at the end they both have decided to do Mount Kailas Kora together. They both are ready to do Kora together. Now the conversation between Norbu and narrator was like, Norbu was little bit fatty, not little bit, actually much fatty. His stomach was literally just looked like a ball, and that's why narrator was literally laughing on Norbu that how can you complete the Kora? As look at your body, how can you complete the Kora with this heavy body? Just because to do Kora, the people needs fit and fine body. But Norbu was not having that quality in his body. He was fatty. So narrator was literally laughing on Norbu, and Norbu said that don't worry about it. I know my stomach is very, belly is literally very heavy, but still I can do Kora. Don't worry about it. So after this, our chapter ends, and finally both have started their journey to complete the Kora. Finally at the end, narrator have got the person who also wanted to do Kora. At the end, Norbu and narrator Nick Middleton have started their journey Mount Kailas. Okay, I hope so. They have got a very nice journey. They had a best conversation ever. They both are new to each other, whereas Norbu is Tibetan, but Norbu was knowing the language, English language, and English is international language. So we should know English language wherever in the corner of the world, whenever you are moving. Obviously you should know this language. Just because of this language, or through this knowledge you will get any of the answer from anyone. So Norbu was knowing English, and that's why narrator was feeling very relaxed with the Norbu. And finally they both have started a journey together. And this is the chapter Silk Road, as I have explained you line to line into the live session. But you can see the summary, as well as I have shared you many of the questions regarding this chapter. So now you can easily solve this question answer as I have shared you, as I am going to share you, sorry. The question answer you will get very soon. If suppose you are getting any of the problem to find out the answer, you can ask me anytime. I will reply you soon. Okay. So about this chapter we will discuss into the next live session. Thank you.